Hey you guys, we are back to do a video on what everybody else talking about. What you talking about, what your auntie talking about, what your grandmama talking about.
Drake and Kendrick?
Yeah, that too. No, we want to talk about what Pastor Keion done did over there at his church, honey. What that lady was doing too much. According to him, honey, she was screaming and hollering and everything. Cut that noise out. Hush. Hush. So let's talk about it because we divided, child. Let's get into it.
We keep it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and feel some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I was put God
first.
What's going on, KoEd Ken, folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship reviews. It's all about entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight, as you heard, we're going to be talking about this pastor using the H word against his church member. Me,
what's the H word?
I wanted to talk about Kendrick and Drake.
We're gonna talk about that. But what's the H word?
Hush. Hush.
So if you're brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We like to talk about fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even though this ain't fun at all, but anyway, but we still gonna talk about it.
It depends on your perspective.
So, but yeah. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like while you subscribe. And make sure if you already subscribed and you're part of the KoEd Ken folks, baby, make sure you hit that like button, okay? All right. Now we got the house rules out the way. Now, let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm sure you know, but if some of you don't know, then Pastor Keion, whoever Pastor Keion, because you'd be like, who is Pastor Keion? He a pastor. He a pastor. He's married to what's her name? Shaunie. I never watched the Basketball Wives, but Shaunie, you know who that is? Shaq's ex-wife. Shaunie. You don't know who his ex-wife is? The one he had all the children about?
No, I just keep up with Shaq when it comes to basketball. All that outside stuff, I don't pay no attention to it.
But anyway, so you know, Keion is married to her. They've been married, I don't know, some years now. But anyway. So, they was having a service. I personally don't follow Pastor Keion. And I think I used to listen to him, but you know, lost interest. That's just me. But anyway, so they was having a service, and you looking at me like you ain't heard this before.
No, I'm looking at you to see why you got my mic on.
Distractions. Just like y'all said that later, distractions. So anyway, as they were sitting, you know, getting the worship and all that stuff, whatever, I guess it was a holy hush according to them, child. And he was bringing the presence of God. God
he was singing though.
Well, it was calm.
I know, but he
was singing. And so what he was singing?
I don't know what he was
forgot the name of the song. Yeah, but anyway, so they seem like they came off of a high praise, and now they're going into a soft worship and everything. And so, you know, I guess she was still stuck with the high praise, but you know, she hollering and screaming and stuff. And he was like, okay, everybody, you know, he basically kind of doing a little, hey, calm down, let's get into it, da 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 da. And then the lady kept hollering and screaming. That's all you heard, really, because everybody else was, you know, quiet. And thank you, because you bothered me looking at me.
Shh. Quiet. That's what you should have did.
So as that was taking place, he had snapped his fingers and said, hey, get her. Hush. Hush. Yeah. And then you can hear the person say, silence. He said, silence.
Like, what's the name from Martin?
Oh, who it was?
I think it was the karate guy.
Silence. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, okay, not like
that.
So,
but he did say something like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but yeah, silence. And he said that, you know, the only thing right now you need to hear is the voice of God. I said, well, he's talking through you. because that's all we hear is your voice. So you know, okay. And so, you know, because he went up to the lady. Now, at first, I thought they didn't show her face.
They showed the face. I saw the face.
But they showed her face.
Cause she kind of like, you know, she was on the thick side.
They showed her face, and you know, she's
like, okay.
And anyway, but yeah, that's basically what happened. So that part. Then I guess because of the controversy, you know, so many people were saying, you know, he should have handled it in a different way, or yeah, he was calling out a spirit, blah, 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 blah. He went on the Tamara Hall show, but I thought he was going, I was like, dang, that was quick. But actually his wife dropped her book like that same day. And she was going on there to promote her book. And so while the wife out there promote her book, she was like, listen, I had heard what had happened. It's where your husband at? He was in the back. So they brought him out, and that's why he explained this part of, you know, he said that this lady has been doing this for 4 years in his church. And we've done everything that the people in the comments saying do. You know, we've done everything, talk to her, blah, 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 blah. And she continues to do it. And so it's been an ongoing situation with this particular lady. And I'm just giving y'all context, then we're going to give our opinion. And so I've heard so many different, you know, videos, so many different people and their opinion. I heard that it was some sisters from Larry Reed, some sisters that was on Clubhouse, her sisters, and they said that she cannot talk because her attorneys are involved, and her attorneys told her not to speak.
Attorneys for what?
And so that's that part.
So silly, man.
And so yeah. Okay. So now I think I took the notes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead with your opinion.
Okay. No, okay, let me go ahead with mine. Y'all may not like my opinion. But my opinion is this. I felt that the whole situation was handled incorrectly. I felt that though, granted, okay, this lady been doing it for 4 years, so you say. I don't believe that. For 4 years, so you say, I guess in all the different services and stuff, and even congregants, you know, people part of the church said that she's been doing this as well. Why is she still doing it and y'all are annoyed by her doing it and she always doing this? Why is she on the praise and worship team up there with y'all in the choir, and this is stuff that she do? Do she do it once a year? Do she do it every service? Do she do it on Bible study? How often does she do this if it's annoying to y'all? And two, I felt that when she was doing it, I felt it was some pain and hurt in her cry. Some people felt that ooh, child, she just wanted attention. I don't know this lady. I don't know what she was going through. I don't know what she was encountering at that time. Who knows what somebody could have said as soon as she got up on that stage and did some praise and worship. She could have said, somebody could have lost their life, anything. And so he did that, and he said the only voice need to be heard is the voice of God. And I guess that's God. I guess, you know, I'm not saying that God can't speak through people, but I'm just saying, was you cutting it out so you can sing? I just didn't understand, you know, because if you want to say everything, hey, silence everything, the only thing that should be said is the voice of God, then nobody speak. Let everybody hear God for themselves, you know. Again, this is his church. He's able to do whatever he want to do. These are his congregants that chose him as a leader, and they can follow him and do whatever they choose to do. The problem I have, just me on the outside, child, the blogs invited us into this. I don't follow him. I don't watch his services. I don't do none of that. So I don't know what's going on. But the blogs, because I was on Instagram minding my own business, and I seen this happen and everybody was talking about it. I just don't like how it was done. I think that it was very humiliating for her. And the reason I can say this because I know both sides. I've been in church where people have been mentally ill and come in your service when you got a revival, and this is what they do. They gonna do it on purpose, child. They gonna knock over stuff, act like they shouting all that stuff. Been there. I've been on, I've been the one that was loud, child, but I wasn't trying to do it for no attention. It's just Spirit of God hit me. But then I've also been the one that she is standing in front of people totally humiliated in front of the congregation as well as visitors, being called out in such a way that was just so distasteful and really truly caused me to have trauma, church trauma, as the years went on. So I understand that part too, being totally embarrassed. Now on the flip side, we talking about thousands and now millions of people, I'm sure, have seen this on different platforms. And you talking about another level of humiliation. I think it should have been handled where the ushers or the pastor or somebody should have said, come on. Because they can do it when somebody disrupted in the service. You could just take them out, let them go scream and holler, get their prayer on, breakthrough, whatever, in another room. But I think that the way he snapped, telling her to hush, and the other one telling her silence. And he said, that's right, silence. Then I think it could have been handled in a different way. Again, I'm speaking from the experience of I've been embarrassed and humiliated in front of the church and in front of the congregation when the pastor tried to call you out about something and that you didn't do. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, me personally, like I said, I don't belong to the church. I don't know the history they have between
I
him.
don't belong to it either.
When you were talking, I didn't interrupt you now, okay? So
This ain't no court of law.
let me pinch what I got to say. And then you said your little spiel. I didn't say a word. I let you get it off the chest. So show me the same respect.
Hush.
Shh, be quiet. Anyway, like I said, I don't know what kind of history they have, but the way he was saying is they've been dealing with this woman for 4 years. Maybe she's the type of woman who likes attention. Okay. Now, you said she was coming off a high. They were having the praise and she was coming off the high. Yeah, but why is she's the only one doing it? You know, why she's been doing it for 4 years. So apparently something's going on with this woman. Okay. Maybe she's the type of person who thrives off of attention, who wants to be seen. Now, I agree with you. I think the pastor handled the situation wrong.
Dude, I didn't think you said you tell me. I agree with
No,
that.
I mean saying now I understand why he did it, but I think he should have did it a better way. You know what I'm saying? You don't snap your finger at a grown woman or a grown person, period, and tell them hush.
I don't care if you was snapping your finger at the other person that was trying to
Right.
tell that was just
Yeah, now I don't agree the way he handled it, but I understand why he did it. Okay, and some people, if he's having the same problem with this one for 4 years, I understand why he got frustrated.
put
Okay,
it out.
that's another thing. Why she's still in the church?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
You don't need to put nobody out. Okay, go ahead.
you had 20 years. You had your little say, and I ain't said a word. I saw him being respectful.
No, you were. You was sitting up there like, ooh, she heard me.
No, I real talk. I want you to get your point out because I wanted to kind of.
Okay, well,
Say-
go ahead, finish.
Yeah.
I'll take notes while you saying it because I can still say. Go ahead.
You be the same type of woman. You be like, hush.
Yeah,
Hush,
I kick
God.
it
but if he's having these problems with this woman, I understand why he got frustrated. Okay, but like I said, he should have handled it totally different. You don't snap your finger at somebody. You don't tell somebody to hush. Like you said, you know, he said he did everything the people in the comment told him to do. Pulled her out, had the deacons talk to her, prayed for her, threw holy water on her, and still didn't work. So my main thing, you just got to kick her out the church. If she's that of a nuisance to you in the church, just kick her out of your church. It's problem solved. And I hate to go to that extreme, but if she's that much of a problem, yeah, kick her out. Go ahead.
I can say something.
Yes, you may.
So, well, what if the people say, ooh, you ain't supposed to kick nobody out of the church?
And I agree with that too.
Well, let's go scripture. Because scriptures say that you can't. Okay, fine and look it up. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, if she's that much of a distraction, you know, it's a touchy though. It's very touchy, but that's his church.
It's his church.
You know, if he wants to kick her out, kick her out. But to me, that's what you need to do. If she's gonna continue to do this, just kick her out the church. Because now you bringing all this bad, images is looking, publicity to your church now because of what you did. You know, it looks bad. You know, you tell somebody to hush, man. But
okay, so I went down the TikTok trail, right? So one TikTok.
I wasn't finished, but go ahead.
Oh, you want to go ahead?
No, go
I
ahead.
thought you had just said what else you said, but kick
No.
out. You humped your shoulders like you was
I
like you
wasn't
ain't got nothing else to say.
done.
Like what? Go
I
ahead.
wasn't
Stop
done.
humping shoulders then, because that means that's it.
Go
I don't know what else
ahead.
to say.
Go ahead. You see, you can tell when somebody has church trauma, but they got to talk about it. Go ahead.
So anyway, one of the ladies said it's kind of ironic that this happened when the day or the couple of days, you know,
For
when
the
his
book.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that's another when you said something. I didn't know about the book signing or the new book being released. Now the book being released. Now all this, publicity about the woman and telling her to hush. It looks kind of shady. Looks kind of iffy. Looks kind of sus. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So come on, man. Now, and all of a sudden, your wife is on the show promoting her book, and all of a sudden you in the back, you backstage, and they bring you out.
Right.
It looks sus, man.
They do.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it looks real sus right now.
It really do. And so now, the light is on Shaunie book. However you pronounce her name, Shaunie, however. It's on her book. So now people want to know, okay, is he talking to her like that? What kind of issues they may be having? Let me go and get this book. Let me read about it. Because in the book, I guess somebody, said that she said that she never loved Shaquille. She never loved him, honey. Even though she had all them children, she never loved him. I guess she was just with him for his money. And in my head, I'm saying, well, dang, is you with Keion for his money? Well, she got her own money. But she was on Basketball Wives too. But I'm just saying, Jack.
Yeah, but
Do you love Keion?
hey, like I said, man, she trying to promote her book, man. But yeah, to me,
To produce her Basketball Wives. I'm sorry. I wanted to say that because folks love to try to correct me in the comments.
I get it. But like I said, going back to the church thing, I don't mind people. Well, it's not up to me, but people can praise and they can, speak in tongues. If they feel like they can do that, they can do that. And my aunt, when she gets the spirit, she runs around the church with a tambourine, boom, 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 boom. And if you're not used to that type of stuff in the whole church, it might look weird to you. But I'm used to it. They praise, they speak in tongues, and if you feel the spirit of God, I don't care where you at, praise Him. But like somebody said in the comment, if she was praising God that hard, in my opinion, and somebody tell you hush and you stop praising Him, were you really praising God, or are you trying to make a scene?
Let's be clear.
Because I don't say finish. I've seen some people praise God and you try to calm them down and you can't calm them down. I've seen them buck and juke and you trying to hold them and you get hurt trying to hold them. You know what I'm saying?
I get that part, but also the spirit of God on you is a God of decency and order. And I think that anybody, even though you praising you have a way, and she wasn't doing all of that. She was in a mode of worship,
yeah.
But somebody can pull you up out of that. Because I done been in the spirit plenty of times, and some happen and pull you right up out the spirit.
Well, but hush and snap, pull you out the spirit.
Do you know that man was on the microphone?
It don't matter if you're in the presence of God. That should pop you out the spirit, though.
Then that other man said, get her. He was telling her, get her. So I'm sure there was a touch. There was a some. So yes, it could be like, what y'all think somebody in some whole nother hemisphere?
I have seen people in a whole nother realm.
Depends.
Okay.
It depends.
They say get her. And when you get her, she getting you because she's not breaking out of it.
They were, get that bass. Yeah, it depends on how.
I'm just saying, man.
But anyway, but yeah, I know people say, "Ooh, she got a demon." He was speaking to the spirit. You don't know.
Who said she had a demon?
Oh man, that's what people saying. He was speaking to the demon in her, telling her to shut up.
No,
if you go back and read when I think it was Paul that was speaking to that spirit that was in that lady, if I'm not mistaken, was a fortune teller. She was basically just taunting them. Here come the men of God. Here come the men of God. She was not in the church with them. She was not one of the congregants. She was not a member. She was just going around taunting them, saying the right things, but then it became taunting. And so I think it was Peter that had to, rebuke that spirit. So, anyway.
Yeah. I agree with what. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, that's just my take on it.
Phone to the side,
that's my take on it, man. And it just hopefully this is a learning experience for the pastor and for the lady. and hopefully they can improve on how to handle things moving forward from this. Because once again, I don't care. You don't tell a grown person to hush and snap your fingers at them. I'm sorry, you don't do that. You don't do it that way.
And yeah, that part. And two, and I just want to say this, and then I'm done. The times back then when people was embarrassed in front of the church, if you child fornicator did something, honey, you got sat down, they stood you in front of the church, you had to tell all your sins and everything before the church, right? But back then it was more, I guess, you did it at your own church. Now, in this age of social media, and he got social media, like they got the cameras done on purpose. It ain't like nobody did that. So they invited us into their church because they probably have online service and everything. And so now is different to where something could have happened with your church, whether it be hundreds of people, now is now open to thousands of people. So I think because you have the cameras there and because people are there and stuff like that, excuse my husband, so he,
I'm taking care of some business.
And so the cameras are there and everything. And so now to me, your level of consciousness should be different because now it's so it's so easy for you to go viral over a moment, And so I know sometimes that's Keion, child. He go viral. He say something to me. He have all the right words to say, and he piece them together and it sounds good and everything. And so he do probably have a lot of viral moments. But this one right here was the wrong one. So I think that you have to be conscious and cognizant of now I can't do certain things because now everybody is watching. And all it takes is just this for something to go viral and to go bad. What you was talking about, we hadn't even talked about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing, but you were saying that Nike wanted,
not just Nike and I forget the record company belongs to, wanted Kendrick to apologize to Drake in public because the beef is causing Nike and the music company money. They losing money on this because they got. What's been said in the beef about Drake, it's a bad look for him and they losing money. So it's all about money.
So yeah, so you got to be conscious of all that stuff because now it could just cost, so much.
Yeah, but even with this church now, this church has probably got got a dean from this, a bad dean from it. Now, who knows? He might lose members from the church. You know what I'm saying? And we lose members from the church. You losing ties. When you lose your ties, you losing money. So,
well, I guess them church for ride or die. They say, she do that all the time, child. So they was used to it. So I guess, but I think somebody said, but they were surprised that he kind of called it out like that, But yeah, I don't know. Like you said, hopefully it'll be a learning lesson for them and everything. And hopefully it'll be a learning lesson for all the other preachers that think they're going to talk to folks any kind of way. That time is over. Cut that mess out. Folks is not children, even though they act like it sometime in church. Learn how to talk to people with respect because you would want to be talked to with respect as well. So that's the whole moral of the story. Talk to people with respect. And if something happened, pull them to the side and talk to them instead of saying stuff like that in front of hundreds and thousands of people.
The way he said, he already did all that. He pulled her to the side, talked to her and everything. That's still
well, I'm just saying, what I'm saying is instead of hundreds and thousands of people, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know y'all thoughts, because I see so much division among so many platforms of people saying who was right and who was wrong and everything. But,
Hush, be quiet.
To me, it's all about having a heart of compassion. And what would Jesus do? Have a heart of compassion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, showing love and heart of compassion. It's a way that you have the in it and everything. And if y'all say, ooh, well, honey, he did it right. Let somebody come and talk to y'all like that and y'all going to be ready to fight. Y'all don't care if it was pastor, apostle. Y'all probably didn't care if it was Jesus. Y'all be ready to fight.
Don't tell me to hush. I ain't no dang on child. You don't talk to me like that. I don't care about this church. Flipping tables over like this church, cussing people out. Ooh. She lost all Christian in her. Look at her. You're walking out of church, look heathen. All right.
So anyway, on that note, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. As we say at the end of all of our videos, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Hush. Yeah, silence. Silence. I was for God first.
Deuces.
Hey!